Hey guys, it's Breaking Brian back with another live stream. This is going to be going over the Dispatch game. So as you guys are probably aware, this is Dispatch made by Ad Hoc Studios. Now a lot of people think it's Telltale, and this is something that peeves me off. I'll be honest with you, because I get it, it looks like Telltale, but Telltale has no credit. They're out of business. Like, I don't understand why people think it's Telltale or think they have some thing to do with this game. And I'll be honest with you guys, I really love this game too, because it's very Invincible style. Like, you know, I thought it could exist in Invincible universe, like maybe as a prequel or something, but probably not. Also, guys, if you have any questions, just please ask in the comments, in the chat, in the comments. But yeah, man, 1 second. Let's see, who's here? Hi, Josh. Good to see you, man. You have any questions for me? Yeah, just let me know. Well, sorry. Whew, it's kind of cold. How are you guys doing with the weather? Hey, man. Walker Dead, what's up? Good to see you. I'm on Discord right now if you want to join. Let me know if you want to join. Let's see. Let me make this louder. Alright, so yeah, what can I say about Dispatch? Honestly, it's not just like, oh, it's a really good game. Like, no, it has a lot of great voice actors, old Telltale employees. I definitely think the music is really good. The voice acting is also really good. The animation is really good as well. You know what I mean? Like, this game has a lot going for it. At this point, Ad Hoc Studios is a new Telltale games. Yeah, exactly, Walker Dead, because Telltale's just, it's done. It's out of business. Again, like, Telltale just loves fumbling the bag. They love screwing the fans over. And if there's one, like, yeah, I mean, honestly, sure, I would like to join. All right, man, then, yeah, I'll see you on Discord then. But yeah, what do I guess I'll get rid of this. Got too many tabs open. Yeah, so what else? Yeah, so what can I say? Well, obviously you guys know in Dispatch, you're playing as Robert Robertson. It's very like a Peter Parker kind of name, but, he's kind of like the Iron Man guy, where he doesn't have powers, he has a suit. And unfortunately, he loses that suit, becomes destroyed, and he has to deal with being an ex-hero kind of thing. Let's see. Oh, hey, Walker Dead.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, man, not much. Just talking about Dispatch. The first 4 episodes. I already saw the preview for episodes 5 and 6. I won't spoil anything, but I will say that, yeah, things are probably going to start heating up in the series, because that's like the like that's the start of the other half of the game, and it's going to lead into episode 7 and 8, which are going to be the last 2. So yeah, like I definitely see like a climax happening moment, you know what I mean? So
right,
but they don't want to spoil it, I'm sure, you know what I mean?
True.
So yeah.
Thankfully, I'm all caught up with.
Go ahead.
Thankfully, I'm all caught up with Dispatch now.
Yeah, I'm really glad. I'm glad you are. I mean, I've seen all 4 playthroughs of the game through your channel. I mean, I've seen some other playthroughs, but yeah, I really like this. I mean. Yeah, I mean, like, there's so many, like, first off, the game is doing really well. Like, look up the game on YouTube. How many people are playing it right now? How many people stream it? And, whatever. Like, it is a lot of people. Like, a lot of people are streaming it and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
Like, it is absolutely insane, Do you see this much, I haven't noticed this much support in a game for a while. Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously when games come out, you have people playing them, but this definitely is like a new amount, a new, like, I don't know how to say it, like, just a lot, like a renaissance, if you will, of just games like the game being played and streamed. Because yeah, it's definitely it definitely has like I think the numbers like what I'm trying to say is remember like with the other like Telltale games and other games in the past, I don't think I saw as much of a reaction on the YouTube and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and it's pretty interesting because I'm one of the people that's been, streaming it on my main channel, and it's a really good game. Like I'm not gonna lie, like the music is really good, the voice acting's really good. I really like the characters, and it's a really good. It's a really good game. I do agree. It's so invincible, and I did see like a video on YouTube like yesterday or 2 days ago, and the title of the video was like, "Oh, Dispatch is the next Invincible, or could be the next Invincible," and I'm like, it could be because look how good the game is doing. It's doing real good.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna get as like insane as Invincible because that's getting like multiple seasons. But I definitely think Dispatch is. I definitely think there's going to be a little bit love there. Like I do think that people will try to ask for a second season. Okay, so really quick, Josh asks, "What do you think of the voice actors for the game?" I think it's great. Okay, I mean, like they have so many voice actors, from previous Telltale games, but also, like, can we establish, like, first off, they got Laura Bailey and Aaron Yvette, you know what I mean? Like, obviously old Telltale characters. Voice actors, you know what I mean? Like, and then they got Aaron Paul, like, literally from Breaking Bad and Invincible. And then it's just like, yeah, let's also add in a whole bunch of famous people from YouTube. Like, now to be fair, even the old Telltale kind of did that with some of their games, where they had where they had a cast of minor characters being voice actors. But it has been a while, you know what I mean? Like, I believe the only game that did that was Minecraft Season 2. They had like some for one episode they had like a whole bunch of minor characters being part of the main cast for that episode with the characters in the game itself. So Telltale did it before, but it has been a while since Telltale did that, where they're like, "Hey, let's get famous let's get famous YouTubers, let them be voice actors in the game, and to be part of the cast, which is kind of crazy, and you know what I mean? Yeah, they got some big voice actors in this. Obviously, Aaron Paul is the biggest, but yeah. By the way, guys, please don't forget to give my stream a like. I would really appreciate it. I'm noticing that there's nothing so far, but yeah, yeah, those are my thoughts on the voice actors, Josh.
I'm leaving a like on your video now.
Okay, thank you, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, what else? Well, yeah, you have the beginning. Yeah, dude, we are definitely going to fight at some point in the game. We are going to fight Toxic and Shroud again and his henchmen. At some point, that is going to happen again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. It's just kind of crazy. Also, there's one thing though that doesn't really make sense. It's like when oh, did you see the part where Robert orders the Mecha Man to crush Toxic? Like, instead of, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's like, how did he survive that? It's like, okay, like, because he's a supervillain, whatever, has powers. But then again, like, at the beginning of the game, how did Robert kidnap him? Like, remember he had him tied up and all that? It's like, wait a minute. So that's one thing about the game that kind of, like, confuses me a little bit. Like,
But you don't address it.
Yeah, I mean... I'm gonna assume that his powers are temporary. Here's how I'll explain the plot hole. I'm gonna assume that Toxic powers are temporary, and he didn't have them when Robert gagged him, knocked him out, tied him to a chair, and wanted to know where Shroud was. But after Robert came back to the warehouse and Toxic was there, he must have like had another. He might have had like an injection or a refill of his powers. Like I'm gonna assume that like Toxic did some, not Toxic, sorry, Shroud like gave him some kind of instant supervillain power, like kind of thing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna assume that's what happened. Like, you know what I mean? Like he gets injections of powers. You know, I'm gonna assume that. You know, but yeah, like it is funny though. Like when he crushed him with the Mecha Man suit, like, and then you had him be punted. Like, yeah, it really was just like, dude, how? Like I remember seeing that. I'm like, wait a minute, is this a mistake? How are you alive? Like, it was kind of funny. But yeah, like, definitely, man. Like we are gonna come across Shroud again, and there's probably gonna be a choice. I could see them making a choice where they're like, kill Shroud or imprison him. I could see something like that happening.
Right? Like it makes. I mean, that would be interesting because, like, say if you do go with the kill option, how are the other characters going to react to that? How is Blonde Blazer going to react to that?
Right. Like that's definitely something to think about. And then we have yeah, we have the stuff in and then we have the stuff in the middle. My only real complaint with Dispatch is I just feel like the episodes are just a little bit too short. Like I do feel like the episodes are, I mean I said it, but I just feel like if the episodes were twice as long, I just feel like you could get more out of the story. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like episode 1 and 2 should have been episode 1, and then episode 3 of Dispatch should have been episode 2, but extended. And then because like think about this, man. If this was a normal 5-episode Telltale season, you know what I mean? If this was a normal 5 episodes game kind of thing, Robert and Blonde Blazer would have kissed, or I guess Robert and Mandy, they would have kissed in episode 3. You know what I mean? Like that would have happened at the end of episode 3, and then we have 4 and 5. Like because like we're halfway through the game now. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why you would say that, but I'm not complaining about the episode length because I'm like 8 episodes. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. I do like the 8 episode length, but I do agree in terms of do I think the episodes or each episode should be longer? Yeah, I do believe they could have found a way. Like, okay, maybe not with episodes 1 and 2, but definitely like with 3 and 4, they could have found a way to make them like, I don't know, like 55 minutes to an hour long. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so then we have Robert, Blonde Blazer saving Robert and from those dogs, and you know what I mean? And then and what else? Yeah, and then they go to the bar, they talk, and we have all that stuff, with them drinking, talking about everything, and then we get Flambe. I mean, oh my goodness, like every episode, like I love how they made him Robert's like mortal enemy, even though it's like he's actually not. It's Shroud, but he's just that he's just that guy that just like, I can't stand him like in the office, like, it's just funny because like in episode 1 they do it, then episode 2 they're like, yeah, we're doing it, and then 3 and 4 it's like, yeah, every episode we're gonna have a moment where Rob is just like, flambe, like more like flaming crap or something like that, because he's just like, they're just not gonna get along. And also Flambe doesn't know that Robert is Mega Man. Sorry, Mecha. Why do I keep saying Mega? I'm so used to saying Mega Man, but yeah, Mecha Man. He doesn't know that's him. He doesn't know, and it's funny because like, remember in episode 1, he could either burn Flambe's eyebrows, or he could knock out his tooth by accident. You know what I mean? Like it's just so funny that like they started this like rivalry between them when it's like it's not even part of the main story. Like you know what I mean? It's not part of like hey they're actually it's actually going to matter. Like no, like Robert and Flambe, it's made as a joke, you know? Like and that's what's funny about it. Like I don't know. Like what do you think?
I mean, I'm like sure. I'm like sure it's. I'm like okay. It's not the main thing of the game, but it's still a little funny because it's a superhero and an ex supervillain like going at it with each other. Um, but in term, I don't. I mean, Bombay is not a bad character. It's just I don't trust him. He's like definitely one of those characters where I'm like, yeah, I don't trust this guy. Like he's definitely up to something because during my first playthrough when I was doing the dispatch in episode 2, Flambe, remember that which one I'm talking about, that one scene where when Robert was dispatching, Flambe went off route, and that's where Robert's like, Flambe, what are you doing? And Flambe set a building on fire, and I'm like, this guy just put it, because in my mind, this is what I'm saying. This guy just put innocent people in jeopardy. Just because what? He thought it was funny. And then Robert's like, Flambe, stop messing around, okay? Like, I got enough stuff to worry about.
Yeah, but what I meant is, like, in episode 1, they have that issue. And then episode 2, in episode 1, they have the bar thing. Then episode 2, they have that scowl at each other. And then episode 3, like you get to literally talk to the team and be like, "You all suck," and then you go to Flambe and you're like, "Especially you." Like it's just funny. And then episode 4, you get to throw food or a drink at him, and he takes the blame for it in front of Blonde Blazer. It's just. It's hilarious that they have this like rivalry going on between them. Like I don't know, it's just really funny to me. But yeah, you know what? I wonder if no, I guess that won't happen. But yeah, so anyways, that happens with Flambe, all that stuff. Okay, so then so then they go yeah, they sent on the thing. Oh yeah, and then the city, I think it was Los Angeles, right? Like, yeah, so then Blonde Blazer is talking. Remember the part where Blonde Blazer tells Robert that she wants to tell him her superhero story, but she's not ready yet? Oh, by the way, hi Sergeant Major Grimes. Good to see you, man. Ask any questions you want. They could be about this game, or, they could be about Walking Dead news if you want. I want the stream to go on for at least an hour. So, all right. So yeah, Walker Dead. Remember how Blonde Blazer said, "Remind me to tell you my origin story one day." She still hasn't done that. You know what I mean? So,
right.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious what her origin is because we got a hint of it in episode 4. She's not an alien. No. It's a gem. Her gem is what gives her power.
Yeah, because at first when we first met Blazer, I'm like, is she really the Supergirl of Dispatch? But as we saw in episode 4, that's not the case. And I'm like, then I'm like, okay, her power is through the gem, but I am curious to know is how did she get the gem? Like, okay, the gem is what gives her power, but how did she come across the gem? How did Mandy become Blonde Blazer? Like, they never really explained or showed that specific origin story for her. So I'm definitely curious to know and to see, like, okay, how did Mandy become a superhero?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. Because I'm sure they're going to reveal it soon. They wouldn't do a tease like that to not give us something like the reveal, and I feel like it's gonna be something big. Like, I don't know, like they wouldn't have said that in episode 1 and keep it off for several episodes if it wasn't gonna be big. Like it's got to be related to something. like big later down the line. Hey, Sergeant Graham says, "I wish I had stuff to say about The Walking Dead, but there's not really much to say about right now, unfortunately." Yeah, I think Dan did a video about how guys get ready because 2026 for Walking Dead we're gonna get Dead City season 3 and Daryl Dixon season 4. That's it. Like, you know, what I mean, even he was kind of like, yeah, we have to put up with another year of just those two spinoffs. Like, so yeah, I think that's what Dan said. So yeah, I don't blame you for being stuck in what to say, Rick, because yeah, I mean 3 years in a row of just having those two spinoffs. Yikes! Like, that is not how you get the fans to stay strong in the franchise. That is not how you do it. Hey, so Walker Dead, really quick. If Ad Hoc, do you think they should definitely do a season 2, or do you think they should try to do a new game? Let's say a year, let's say 6 months later or a year, they decide to come up with a new game. Like, do you think that's a good idea? Like, what game would you want to see? Do you want it to be original, or should it be an existing IP? Because this Dispatch, it's not an existing IP before. Like, it is full on. Like, they created it. You know what I mean? They took heavy inspiration from Invincible and other superhero stories, and were like, hey, let's create our own superhero universe. So, do you think Ad Hoc should do a season 2, almost like right after, or do you think they should give a quick break and maybe do it another game in between an existing IP or a whole new game, like just like Dispatch? Like, what are your thoughts?
I think it will be interesting. Like, I don't think Ad Hoc should make a new game right away. But however, if it was like, if someone was to ask me, like, okay, do you want their next game to be an existing IP? I would say yes. And the existing IP, I would say, would be Batman. It would be Batman because, to be fair, the reason I say Batman is because it's been so long now since Telltale's Batman Season 2, and I do believe with Ad Hoc, they can make a Telltale Batman Season 3, because you could tell you could tell already they know what they're doing. Yeah. You can tell right off the bat they know what they're doing. And I'm like, okay, if there's any company I would want to make a Telltale Batman Season 3, it would have to be Ad Hoc, because they know what they're doing. They care about what fans want to see. They know what they're doing. And I do believe it should be a Batman Season 3, because it's been so long now. The last season for Telltale's Batman Season 2, it's been so long, man. It's not even funny. So I do believe if it is going to be an existing IP, it should be Batman. But in terms of, do I think they should do a Dispatch Season 2? Yes. I would be 100% down for Dispatch Season 2. Yeah. Just have, if it's going to be 8 episodes, have each episode very long.
Yeah. I feel like, though, if they did a Season 2, it would be the same length. 8 episodes, 45 minutes each. Because rarely do these... I mean, Telltale, almost never change their episode count. You know what I mean? Yeah. Rick says, I know there's rumors for Dead City, and Rick's going to come out. And apparently Rick and Negan will have a rivalry again, but I don't believe it. They'll say anything of Rick to bring in viewers. Yeah, there's no way Rick's appearing in Dead City. There's a million ways that's not happening. As soon as Rick appears, no one's going to care about Herschel, Maggie, Negan. No one's going to care about any of that. They're not going to care. Also, Rick is not going to have a rivalry with Negan, because it's not going to make sense. It's not going to. He already had one. Yeah, he already did that. They're not going to retread the same ground, because Maggie already has a rivalry with Negan. So it's like, you can't have both of them have it. That just doesn't make sense. Okay, so, so I definitely want a Season 2, man, but I definitely think they should wait 2-3 years maybe before doing a Season 2. Definitely, do another game in between, either an existing IP or... create a whole brand new game again. Nothing with superheroes, though. I feel like Ad Hoc should be like, hey, Dispatch, this is our superhero This is our superhero baby. We're not going to make a second universe of, hey, superheroes this, superheroes no. And also, here's one thing I'll say, Walker Dead. They cannot, whatever Ad Hoc does, they cannot do a live action game. And what I mean by that is, you know the Game of Thrones Telltale game? You know how, like, how it was, like, they tried to make it live action, but, like, it was terrible. The graphics sucked and glitches and, like, you know, what I'm trying to say is that, don't try to make a Game of Thrones game or Until Dawn. Like, you get what I mean? Like Ad Hoc, they can't make an Until Dawn game, because their style is comic book. You know what I mean? Like Invincible, like all that stuff. This is what the style they should keep. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to try and do motion capture like Until Dawn and the Quarry, because they don't have the money for it. You know what I mean? They don't have the tech. That's not their specialty, and that's okay. You know what I mean? I don't want them to be like, hey, let's do motion capture. Let's try to do what Telltale did. Let's make a live action game where the characters are supposed to look like real life, but instead they look too cartoony again, too much like a comic book, because, hey, that's what you guys specialize in, you know? Keep it as a comic book, you know? Every game they do, it should be based on a comic book look, you know what I mean? Like, just keep it like that. You know, yeah, no live action. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just came across something, and it's in regards to Ad Hoc's next game, which is funny because we're just talking about that. I'll send you the screenshot through Discord.
Okay, really quick. Sergeant Graham says, I mean, Maggie versus Negan happens every time. Yeah, it does, but, like, that's all they have to work with. Doing it with Rick is just going to feel, like, bloated. To be honest, I still got to finish Daryl Season 3. Surprisingly, I never finished it because I got tired of it. The Walking Dead universe is just not the same. I'll get back to it eventually, though, since I got 2 episodes left of it. Yeah, I mean, I know Dan loves Season 3, and that's fine. I still have never watched a single episode of the Daryl Dixon show just because I don't care. Like, we know Daryl's safe. Like, it doesn't matter. We know they lied to us about the variant zombies and the France stuff. Like, we know they lied to us. Like, oh, you know, that whole World Beyond post-credit scene, that didn't matter. Like, they lied to us, you know, just, like, it doesn't matter. Nothing that happens in the Daryl Dixon show is going to matter because they're just going to bring Daryl in, you know? Back in the main universe, or at least try to. Yeah, so I don't know.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Oh, hold on, I'm looking at it now. Oh wait. Next game will be a. Okay. Wait. This partnership with Critical. New story with the Critical Universe. Oh, so it is an existing IP. Hold on, let me look this up. Wait, what? Okay, I'm sorry. Am I looking at the right thing? Okay, no, that is, set in the critical of, do you know what that is, Walker Dead?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I never heard of this series either. What is this? Hold on.
Unless it's still a new series or something that already existed, maybe? I'm not sure.
It already exists. It currently exists now. Hold on, let's see the campaigns. It's like a D&D thing. So it's gonna be like magic and knights and stuff, like, you know, campaigns, Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing. That's what it is.
Oh, like medieval times?
Yeah, maybe something like that. Oh, Laura. Wait, Laura Bailey is already. Wait, have they already started on this? Have they already started production?
I'm not sure.
Huh. Oh no, this was in the past. But yeah, apparently Laura Bailey was part of this, or the original thing. That is weird. So yeah, it's just Ashley Johnson too. She's coming back. Like, that's crazy. Okay, yeah. So that's interesting. That is interesting. That is very interesting. Yeah, I feel like Dispatch is going to be Ad Hoc's version of the Walking Dead games. You know what I mean? Well, they're going to be like, yeah, this is our Walking Dead, but we got to do some other games too. You know?
Right.
Let's see. This says, well, for me, I got tired of the amount of excuses Daryl and Carol say. We gotta get home, and then there's always some lame excuse how they can't get home. Daryl's extremely OP in his series too. LOL. Yeah, that's another thing too. I cannot watch a show like that where Daryl, who already was super annoyingly OP, is more OP. You know what I mean? Just no. Like, also, let me remind you guys, Daryl's like in his 50s. Like, you know, it's just like, dude, like seriously, like go to bed, Grandpa. Like, you know, like leave the surviving apocalypse, leaving the surviving to the younger people now, because you know you're old. Okay, yeah. So moving on. Dispatch episode 2. Let's get back into that. Yeah. By the way, like one thing about Robert that is very interesting is he's got it's hilarious how everyone was always like commenting how like he's small and all this, and then it's just like you see him, like you see that he had battles, you see that he has burns and scars like all over his body, and it's like it's insane. It's like, oh wow, like this is definitely something new, because in stories usually in stories the protagonist is brand new to the world, you know, brand new to the universe. Like they look soft, they are soft, but they get stronger. But for Robert, like, you know what I mean? Like his he looks like a soldier that came back from a POW camp, you know what I mean? Like sometimes, you know, but you don't notice that, you know. It's just it's pretty interesting. He has a lot of experience as a hero, and we get to meet Royd, obviously, and I'm sorry, but he reminds me so much from that guy from Moana, you know, that The Rock played. He reminds me so much of that because, good lord, he's like, what, 7 feet tall? Like, it's insane. You know, it's just like, oh my goodness, it's just hilarious. Like how, like, I don't know, I just found that hilarious. You know, he's like, yeah, like he's like the guy from Moana. He's 7 feet tall.
True.
Oh, hey Simba.
How's it going?
We're talking about Dispatch. Oh, hold on, really quick. Another reason I'm hesitant to get back to Daryl is because they're really close to filming season 4, and Andrew is still in London. So if the reunion won't be in his series, I won't see a point watching. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna get Rick in the Daryl show. I don't think that's happening. I don't know. I just don't see it. Movie Idol gives us more mentions than more Rick mentions than Gimple does for the spin-offs. Yeah, we know why Movie Idol does that. We know why he does that. I don't want to talk about him. I got better things to talk about. But yeah. So Simba, any thoughts on the Dispatch game? Because it looks like it's going to be the new Telltale. You know, it looks like it's going to be the better Telltale, the successor. Because as we all know, Telltale is going to go out of business again soon. You know what I mean?
It looks really cool and interesting from what I've seen.
Yeah, because oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to ask, have you played any of the episodes, Simba fan?
Or watched them? Have you watched any?
I haven't. I've only seen your gameplay, Walker Dead. Oh, which episodes? Episodes 1 through 4, or just like 3 and 4? Out of curiosity. Well, which episodes have you played or streamed? All 4 of them. All 4 of them. I said all 4 of them. Then 1 through 4 I've seen of your gameplay. Okay. What did you think of the first episode? Looks pretty cool, pretty interesting. What's up?
Alright. So, anyways, let's see. Oh, by the way, Simba, we got a little bit, just a little bit more than 3 weeks now. But mostly, we have about 3 weeks now till Zootopia 2. Man, aren't you excited?
Yes.
I cannot wait, man. I've been looking forward to this for so long. All right, so Walker Dead. Oh, go ahead. Oh, really quick. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Like I told you, I bought my ticket the other day, so I'm seeing it on the 25th.
I know it's gonna be great to see a movie a day before, it normally comes out because like I said, I don't know how, but they're letting people see it a day early, and I'm gonna be one of those people because I will not be spoiled. Um, all right, so Walker Dead. I'll be honest, the dispatch stuff is like the doing all that stuff, the hacking. It's kind of like the least enjoyable thing from the game. You know what I mean? For me personally, just you know what I mean. Watching your playthrough of and other people's playthrough of, hey, send this hero this at this location and then do the puzzle. I have to admit that's the least interesting thing because obviously when we play these stories or when I watch them, a lot of times it's like, hey, I'm here for the story, mostly, and action, just. But to be fair, they did. It is what they advertised. They said you will send heroes to certain places. They showed it. So yeah, it's just I do think like I don't know, that part is just what I mean, just kind of like my least favorite part. But it's not like what I mean. It doesn't ruin episodes. It's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I kind of like. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's kind of like a part where you can kind of fast forward. You know what I mean? Just because I just feel like the meat of this story really is the choices and the cutscenes.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but let me ask you this: if there is a Dispatch season 2, which I hope there is, and also, do you think in the finale there'll be a choice where Robert can choose to be Mega Man again or to continue dispatching?
I was gonna say something like that. Yeah. Like I was gonna say, if they do a season 2, then what's stopping Robert? How are they gonna keep calling it Dispatch if you don't dispatch anymore? If you're Mega Man all through season 2, then what happens there? You know what I mean? There's a bit of a problem there. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe they won't do a season 2. I don't know. It really depends. And like imagine a crazy choice at the end where Shroud, you're fighting Shroud at the end, and it gives you the choice of sacrificing the mecha suit permanently or sacrifice Blonde Blazer, And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine they did something like that. It's like, oh, I'm sacrificing the suit, man. I don't care. Like, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, because it's like, dude, do you see her? Okay, she is worth way more than a giant piece of titanium. Like, yeah, no, it's no contest.
And I do want to apologize for like when I came to one of your streams for Dispatch, and I may have gotten. I may have gotten Aaron Paul confused for Troy Baker. Like I don't know why. In the game, they sound very similar. No, you're good. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I can understand why you would say and think that. But no, you're good, Simba fan. You're good. But yeah, they did say in advance that Aaron Paul was going to be voicing the main character, and they were not lying when they said it's really good.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. By the way, man, like I said, well, also, isn't it great, Walker Dead? Like, literally just less than 2 days from now, like, it's episode 5 and 6, like, man, these weekly, like, episodes, man, like, man, that's a way to do it, like, like, they don't give the fans time to just, like, just to theorize, you know what I mean? Just to be like, hey, what's the secret of Blonde Blazer? What's Invisigal's backstory? No, they don't give him much time. They're just like, hey, you get a little bit of time to enjoy the episode, and that's it. Next episode. Let's see. Sergeant Major says, "Where's Ian and Andy when you need them? They're probably in a dumpster." Yeah. Rick, they're probably in a dumpster. Trying to. They're probably fighting with rats over scraps of food. Because yeah, I don't think. Oh no, he says psych. Yeah. Yeah. They're probably in a dumpster fighting with rats over scraps of food. Because I doubt anyone ever wants to see them again. I heard Gimple's planning on continuing the story for 15 more years. How do you feel about that? I feel like he is a huge moron. So that's how I feel about that. All right, so moving on.
Here's a better question. Sergeant Rick. What are your honest? Like, let me ask you this, Sergeant Rick. Do you think Gimple knows what he's doing with MC's Walk in the Universe? Because I don't think he does.
Yeah. I agree. All right, so we have the part with Invisigal in the donut shop, and my goodness, man, Invisigal, like I will say it, like she is a fun character. You know what I mean? Like romance wise, no, but I do think that she has a lot of good in her, and like she definitely is fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like she seems like that sister character that's like always in trouble. Like she just seems like she really is like she is chaotic good, and you know what I mean? She's that chaotic good character where she's on the side of good, but she is so chaotic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah. And then she fights that electric guy, and then the donuts, all that stuff happens, and Robert helps her, and then he goes to the vending machine and Sonar. Oh yeah, that was funny. Sonar kept scaring him every time he screamed. And then Robert and her have that, and then she punches him. She assaults him, and Robert's just like so done with like everything, and he kind of tells Blonde Blazer like, "Hey, I need to be more assertive with the team," kind of thing. And then after that, they go outside. You invite her to dinner, Blonde Blazer, and then just we get the Phenomena Man, which. Yeah, I get that he couldn't have used Omni-Man, but come on, like, he definitely is based on Omni-Man. Like, there is no denying it. You know? Like, isn't that funny?
Oh, yeah. It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, like, like, what they were going for. And also, like, it's so funny, because, like, think about it, he's an alien, too. He has a mustache. He's got dark hair. He, is also like when Blonde Blazer was just like, yeah, this is my boyfriend, and then he kisses her on the cheek, and then immediately it shows Robert's reaction of like, what? Like, they definitely knew what they were doing with this, where they're like, yeah, people are gonna immediately we want the audience to be as shocked as Robert is when they see that as her boyfriend, It needs to be like a Mark dating Rex situation where the audience is like, what? Like, oh, like, dang it, this is not ideal now, You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, like I do appreciate the Invincible inspiration and how they've done it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, it's not an exact copy, but it is very similar. You can see the seeds that they used, and also, I love the realism sometimes where it's like before they fly off, like Phenomena Man is just telling Robert like, hey, you might want to get more back, because like when he flies up, there is a force, Which is like, I do love the realism too. It has that Invincible style of like, yeah, let's make it a little realistic, where it's like, how the old Superman stories, like Superman could just like fly in the air, like, and Lois was like right on the ground, sent back 10 feet, like, it's like, no, let's make it a little more realistic, So yeah, I like that. I like how they literally made their own Invincible universe. You know, yeah, that's not easy to do. That's not easy to do. So that's good. Okay, really quick. Honestly, Gimple did know what he was doing before because he was the writer for The Walking Dead when it was at its prime. By the way, Sergeant Major. By the way, man, have you seen my Pimple episodes? You know, have you seen all six of my Pimple in the Dum Dums episodes? Because yeah, Gimple knew what he was doing in the past, but yeah, no, he was never the same again after season 6. Seems like Gimple was creating something good with CRS.
Hey, Brian.
Hold on, man. Hold on. I'm talking. Seems like
Just in regard to your pimple series, but I think it would be really funny. Well, I know this from the Daryl spinoff, but it would be really funny if you inserted a joke in regards to the, you know, like the young Daryl flashbacks from the Daryl series in your pimple videos, where like where like you made a joke where Gimple was like, "Oh, we should copy The Last of Us and do a young Daryl flashback like The Last of Us did with like that'd be a funny joke if you did one, you know."
yeah, but I need to watch the show and like I need to know what happens in the episodes. I need to like get the full picture so that I can properly make the episodes. And I don't want to watch the Daryl show, so I don't think that's gonna happen. I might do something like spin-offs where it's like, hey, Gimple, Daryl Dixon pitch idea or something like that. But I'm right now. I'm on season 6, episode 6. Always accountable. That's where I am currently with the series, and that's kind of how I'm doing it. I'm doing it one episode for me and one episode for the main show. Like we're going through each and every episode, you know, so far. But I don't know what I'm going to do with the spin-offs because that is a whole other thing entirely. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so moving on, we get episode 3 of Dispatch, and okay, yeah. Oh yeah, so then we get the thing. Oh my goodness, I love this so much where you know, you have Royd who's just carrying stuff. He's just tossing you know, to the side. And he's like, hey, be careful. And it's just like, yeah, don't worry, man, I'm strong. And it's like, Robert's like, that's not what I'm worried about. Like, you know what I mean? But then again, it's like, Robert, it's titanium, man. Like, it's not going to break being tossed in the back. But yeah. Yeah, and then I love this part too, where he's like, "Man, this apartment, man," and Robert's like, "It's called minimalism," you know. Like I did, that was my favorite response in that moment because I'm like, yes, like, because like me personally in real life, I wish I could be a minimalist where you literally just have the basic stuff in your apartment. Like you're not luxurious, you're not looking to make it look nice. It's supposed to be functional, everything you need. You're on a budget. But unfortunately, I live with my parents who don't know the meaning of budgeting. So, yeah, there's that. So, yeah. Also, okay. So Walker Dead. Roy mentioned the Astro Pulse, and this is the second time it's been mentioned in the game. The Astro Pulse is very important. You know what I mean? Shroud wanted it. Why? We don't know. But I think they said something about how it's a piece of a star. So, like, yikes. And Robert needs it to fully power the Mecha Man suit. So, what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, I feel like we're gonna come across the Astro Pulse again, but I'm not sure in what context. You know what I mean? Like, I have a feeling it's gonna be revealed somebody has it. You know what I mean? Like, or somebody found it, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's going to be found again. Either by Robert, by someone else. Like, I just feel like something's coming with that.
Right. How would you feel if it's revealed Palante had the Astro Pulse the whole time?
Oh, my goodness. That would be insane. It would just
Imagine.
be like... Yeah, it would just be like, are you kidding me? Like legitimately, are you kidding me? This flaming pile of crap has it. Like that's what Robert would say. Like he would just be like, "You flaming pile of crap," you know. But yeah. Also, it's so funny how Also, yeah, like he was just like, so somebody made the Astro Pulse. You know what I mean? Like, because he mentioned that, hey, your dad was a tech genius, but he wasn't a science genius. You know what I mean? So it's like, they just implied that somebody made the Astro Pulse. You know, it was not Robert's father. And it's like, imagine if it's like, hey, it gets revealed that, hey, no, it was Shroud that made it. You know what I mean? Imagine like Shroud wants it back or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like that could be a twist. I could see that. You know.
Right.
Um.
Because remember, and real quick, remember when Toxic? No, not to cut you off. I just wanted to point out something really interesting. Remember when Toxic was screaming or talking to Mega Man, where Toxic was like, "Good news, buddy. Shroud just wants the Astro Pulse, which we know isn't really yours anyway." So that makes me believe also that maybe Shroud did have something to do with the creation of the Pulse, the Astro thing that powers up the Mega Man suit. So it makes us wonder now, like, okay, maybe Shroud, maybe he did make it, or someone made it. But here's the thing: we don't know, but it makes you wonder: did he make it?
Like, what would he do with it? Because he doesn't need the mech. He's not using it for a Mecha Man suit. So, also, there should have been an option where after Roy said that, like, yeah, I'm a tech genius and a science genius. There should have been a moment where Robert's like, so you're super strong and super smart in mechanics and in science. That is not fair. Like, there should have been a line like that from Robert where he's just like, yeah, that is not fair. Like, you know what I mean? That would have been hilarious. But yeah, and then we have also, I gotta be honest, man, this place that I forgot the place, SDN or something. The place where Robert works is really cool. Like, because, like, think about it, you get to come here, work with the whole superhero thing, and like, let me establish something that's very cool. You get to bring your dog with you to where you work, right? Your dog, you get to bring him. You get paid, and the place will fix your Mecha Man suits, which is very expensive. It's like, dang, man, this place is really cool. I mean, yes, there's some issues like Gollum or Sonar or, you know, some other heroes that might assault you. You know, like Invisible. You might get assaulted here and there, but it's like, yeah, it's like, I'll admit, yeah, this place is pretty cool. Like, you know, I'm just like, wow, it's nice that they're like, yeah, we'll help fix the suit kind of thing. You know. Yeah, I think it's
right.
Really, yeah, I'm just saying it's a really cool place that there are like, yes, you can literally bring your dog to where you work, you know, like that too, you know.
I agree, and Robert's dog, his name is Beef. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, Beef. And also the fact that Chase was like, I would let all of you die horribly before I let anything happen to him. I'm like, dude, that is so every human being ever. Every human being on the planet usually will be like, yeah, no, this dog's life is more precious than a human's life. Like, I mean, I don't know, I just found that hilarious. Because, yeah, legitimately, a lot of people would choose an animal's life over a human, because humans suck, you know? We suck, you know? Okay, yeah, so then...
Well, I mean...
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't really blame people for preferring animals over humans, because human beings are horrible.
Yeah, we're pretty bad. Like, the majority of us. Like, we're very selfish and dramatic and hypocritical and all that. So, okay, yeah. So moving on, we get... Oh yeah, man, the hero sabotage thing is so stupid. Like, with the villains. Like, why you... Oh gosh, that's so dumb. You know what I mean? Like, the villains are sabotaging themselves so they don't get kicked off the team. It's like, there should be a thing where Robert's like, hey, the next person who sabotages another hero, they're getting kicked off the team. You know? Like, because that shows that you are the most least trusting, you know? You know, just like everyone's doing it, you know? Just, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. Remember during my playthrough, during like episode 3, where that was happening, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like they're acting like kids. Like, come on, Peter. I even said it. I think I could be wrong. I think I even said it during my playthrough during episode 3, where I straight up was like, listen, people's lives are on the line and they're acting like this. Like, are you kidding me?
Right, exactly. And not just that, but it's like they're sabotaging each other, letting criminals go, ruining missions. And it's like, yeah, you guys are ruining our brand. You're ruining the progress. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh my goodness, like, and then Robert talks to them, and I'm trying to think of, man, I need to look up the give him the chair option, because I heard that it's Robert smacking him with the chair or throwing it at him. So I gotta look at that option. But yeah, Robert talks to them, and I love how, like, obviously everyone doesn't respect him, but good lord, Rainbow Girl, like Blitz, whatever her name is, like she acts like a 20-year-old or something like that, who is like, you're not my mom, you can't tell me what to do. It's like, oh my goodness, like, and Robert's just like, yeah, Prism, yeah, that's her name, right? Her name was Bliff. Prism, yeah. She's like, you can't tell me what to do. And it's like, and Robert's just like, yes, I can, I'm your boss. And also he's just like, have none of you ever had a job before? Do you know what a job is? Like, I found that funny, because it's like, you know what I mean? It was just like one of those things where it's like they're millennials. Like, Robert is like, what, 32, and he's dealing with a bunch of millennials right now who, like, like finally have left their parents' basement, and it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's how it feels, which is really funny, you know what I mean? Because, like, even Invisigal is like, she calls Robert a boomer, you know? And it's like, no, I'm literally not that much older than you. I'm just responsible. Like, it's just funny. Like, I just love that dynamic. It's hilarious, Like, he's literally not that much older than them. And they think he's like a grandpa, or acting like their dad or something. And it's like, no, I'm just responsible,
Right.
So, yeah, there was that. Also, you may have noticed this, but Beef, the dog, he can literally, every time he sniffs and wags his tail and stuff, Invisigal is nearby. So, like, when she said, I was here the whole time, actually, no, I can't remember if they closed the door or not, but yeah, maybe not, I don't know. Anyways, the point is, Beef, I love how he can tell where Invisigal is, because he doesn't, dogs, they have smell, and sense. They don't need to, they don't rely on their eyes all the time, So I love that, like, what I'm trying to say is that Beef can sense where Invisigal is when she's hiding it, invisible, which I find hilarious.
Right.
I don't know, I find that hilarious. Okay, so then we get the second shift, and yeah, a lot of people, I think the majority of people cut out Coop instead of Sonar, because I think the voice actor for him is, like, really popular. Also, wait,
Penguin.
Right, Penguin, that's his name. But also,
that's the name of the YouTuber that's Sonar.
oh yeah, I know. I remember. It's just I don't remember all their names, or account names. But yeah, so, like, I don't know why, but when you fire Sonar, it feels more accurate to the story. But, like, what I'm trying to say is, his scene after he's fired is much better than Coupe's, because it feels more like Invincible or Dispatch. Because, like, after he goes crazy, he tries to unlock the door, and he's just like, oh dang it, how do you do, like, that part? I will not lie, it was funny. It was really funny, you know what I mean? Where he's just, like, trying to unlock it, but his claws are so big, like, he can't do it, He's just like, oh, did you lock it? No, he's like, no, you did. And it's just like, oh, dang it, son of a gun. Like, and then he flipped off Robber before he left, because he unlocked it and then just left. Like, he's like, I don't know. I just found that funny, because I found that, what I'm trying to say is, I found that a better scene than with Coupe when she was fired. But, yeah, that's just all I wanted to say. I think his scene was better than her.
Yeah, Yeah, nah, stupid Discord. I don't know why it's glitching. Now, what I was trying to say before was, yeah, it does feel. I do agree with you, Brian. It does feel more realistic. Um, but I want to ask you real quick, you, sure, you can choose to fire Coupe or Sonar, but I gotta ask you, do you think that could come back to bite Robert in the behind eventually? Like saying, oh,
I
I
had
don't know.
thoughts about that. I had thoughts about that. That has to come back maybe at some point, but I don't know. Would they really join the villains? Would the person you fired really join Shroud? Like in the finale, in the last couple episodes, like would that actually happen? You know what I mean? Like, I don't
I
know.
mean, how would you feel if that was to go in that direction? Like, how would you feel? Like, would you feel bad, a little bit bad for that specific character or characters, or would you would you understand, or would you be like, oh, that's a dick
It,
move?
it depends how they do it. You know what I mean? It depends how they do it. Execution. It matters on execution. But yeah. So Invisigal. So Robert helps Invisigal. Oh yeah, and that was funny how in your playthrough you're like, hey, you choose your own destiny, okay? And she's like, where'd you get that from? Kung Fu Panda, Lion King. Oh, it's also in Trolls. Like, I'm like, oh my goodness. When I heard that, I burst out laughing. I'm like, good lord. I'm like, that is hilarious. I love how they mention these movies. Because it makes the world feel realistic. I'm like, oh my goodness, I love that. Because I don't know, I like that they shot out those movies, But then also Invisigal, she knocked out the guy, and then she fumbled her one liner so bad, and then she's like, yeah, lights out, thunder, and she's like, and then she curses, and she's like, I can't do it, like the witty one liners. So it's like, yeah, that's true, man. When you're a superhero, it's like, how do you come up with a good line on the spot? It's like I can't think of anything. Like, I'm like, I don't know. That part's funny. I like how they show the superheroes being realistic, where it's like, no, I don't have a one liner. Like, I don't know. It's cringe, but it makes sense because these are millennials that are superheroes. I don't know. I found that funny. Sergeant Major Graham says, if you could watch anything for the first time again, what would you pick? Good question, man. I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna say Puss in Boots to the Last Wish. I'll say that. It's a perfect movie, 10 out of 10. So yeah, I'll say that. Okay, yeah. So move back to the game. We have we got to fire either Coupe or I do think it's weird though, Coupe or Sonar. But I do think it's weird though that the person who was last. I kind of wish that they gave us more options than just two. I kind of feel like this. I feel like it would have been cool if the first three episodes, and whoever had the least successful thing, like missions, was the one that ended up. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like what I'm trying to say is, instead of Sonar and Coupe as the last two choices, imagine if in another person's playthrough, they said, hey, Flambe, or Punch Up, or hey, Prism, or Malvola, or Gollum, and some other character. You know what I mean? Like imagine they had different varieties, where it's like you're right. You know what I mean? You're how you played the dispatch parts of the game determine who were the last two, and that determines who you pick as the last. Who to fire. You know what I mean? Sergeant Vader Graham says, I see the thumbnail says kiss her. Did you? Heck yeah, man! I mean, come on, man. When was the last time we've seen an attractive woman in a video game, Like, can you think of the last time?
That's what I did. I had Robert Kidd Blazer.
Yeah, man, like, because, yes, Sergeant Major, like, when was the last time you've seen an attractive person in a video game, just like a lot of video games are just a lot of video games are like, we can't make the woman attractive because she's got to be tough, and it's like, oh, so you're saying tough women can't be attractive too? You got to make them look like a she-male, like some other video games? Yeah, no, thank you, Abby. Okay. All right. So, anyways, so yeah, we have that episode 3. Episode 3 is over. Oh yeah, so let's move on to episode 4. But yeah, man, what can I say? Wait, by the way, guys, I'm ending the stream really soon. Really, really soon. Like 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and I'm gonna call it. Um, okay, yeah, wait, so where am I with this? Okay, yeah, so let me go back. Yeah, episode 4. Sorry, I had to click on your video. Yeah, so we get that intense moment of Invisigal's dream. Yeah, man, you gotta like, yeah, man, you gotta watch
To
out.
be fair, I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that.
I know, man, but
I was so caught off guard. I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh,
yeah, yeah, I know.
I'm like, I was frozen. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know what to do. I'm caught off guard.
Yeah, I know, man. That's why you need to put the censor settings on every episode. You know,
Gotcha.
you gotta do it, man. Because this is like, yeah, man. Because they really are. Because the rated M rating is not for cursing, man. Like, but yeah, yeah, so then we see Robert in his apartment. He is getting ready for work, and then the stupid thing where they pulled a prank on him on his computer, like that was so embarrassing. Like, oh my goodness, that was really embarrassing. Like for real, like just. And then we have Phenomenon, like he's depressed. He's, oh my goodness, he's like Nolan was in season 3, where he's like all depressed, or was it season 2? You know what I mean? Remember when Omni-Man left Earth and he was all depressed, and then like he's like, I miss my wife, like it's just like that's what how Phenomenon was in this. He's just like, because Blonde Blazer, she broke up with him, and that happened, and then Robert and Roy try to fix his suit, but obviously they don't have enough power. Oh yeah, and Invisigal is just like, hey, did you ever do anything in your suit? And when you said all the time, and Roy was like, bro, like too much information. That was funny. It's just like, oh my goodness. Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, they definitely did the comedy right with this game. It's just, I do wish though the episodes were longer, because like I said, it's just 45 minutes, so you get so little time with each character, and Roy, it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys because there's something going on with you two, like, like there was that whole thing. And Visigal is so forward, it's insane, like, like how much she's attracted to Robert. It's like, and it's so crazy how the game is like, yeah, this skinny guy that people say is a loser because he lost his suit, has no powers. He has 2 superhero women that, have a crush on him. It's like, nice. That is nice, that's cool. That the game gave you 2 attractive love interests. And it's so hilarious because originally, like, it's so funny because literally, how does this happen, man? In episode 2, people are like, ugh, Invisigal, like, you know what I mean? Because she was such a problem in episode 2. And then 3 and 4, people are like, wow. Like, they literally put her above Blonde Blazer, you know what I mean? Like, how did that happen? Right. In episode 2, people couldn't stand her because, let me remind you, she punched Robert in the face, okay? Okay, and then all of a sudden, 2 episodes later, people are like, "Yeah, she's above Blonde Blazer." And it's like, what? That's insane. Like, but to be fair, oh, go ahead.
No, not to be off. I was just gonna say, that's how you know the writing.
Yeah, I agree. The writing,
because at first they're making the girl so unlikable to the point where you can understand why she's so bitter.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then they changed it where it's like, wow, yeah, the writing for that, they did a good job. Also, Phenomenon is so depressed, and the way he just shoots back up, sending shards of glass into Robert's chest through his shirt. It's just like, oh my goodness. I love the realism with it. Robert barely flinched too. It's just like, I got shards of glass in me. I love how it's so casual. Just, and then the part where, oh my goodness, if you tell him that you kissed Blonde Blazer, like, Yeah, I know. That scene after that, if you tell her,
Oh,
no, no, why? Just, oh my goodness. What's funny? Some people joked and they said, man, they should have added a third romance option in the game. And it's just like, and it's like, what? Who? And then they joked, and they told it was totally a joke, and they said Royd, and I'm like, no. Oh my goodness! I'm like, stop, stop. Two is enough, okay? And then the part in the bathroom where Invisible. Let me remind you, she is in the men's room, okay? Okay, like for real, and she's flirting with Robert, and then Waterboy is using the toilet, having water diarrhea, and he just apologizes. And she's like, you ruined my moment. Oh my goodness. See, it's funny. Like, the comedy is just fantastic, with this game. They're using people's powers as jokes. It's just hilarious. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just, I really like it. And then the dispatch stuff, and then oh yeah, the flambe stuff happens again, where Robert either throws spaghetti at him or a protein shake. That part was funny, and then yeah, that part was really funny, and also I saw that you did really poorly though on the dispatch thing. Was it really that difficult? Like the missions, like. You get what I'm saying, man? Walker Dead, like, are the dispatch stuff for, like, man, like, are they really that challenging? Like, how are they? Like,
they must be, because I know for episode 4, I know for episode 3, I didn't do all that bad.
before?
Like, I did do bad. In my opinion, I didn't do bad with 3, but with 4, that's where things got a little bit more challenging. I'm like, whoa, like, damn, they're actually making this actually like a damn puzzle. It's like, jeez.
Yeah, that's true. Also, my goodness, man, the part in the locker room where Phenomenon Man hugs you for putting him in the hero team, and Robert's towel falls off. Like, I'm like, oh my goodness, why does this keep happening to him? Like. Oh my goodness, there is just so.
Damn, poor Robert.
Yeah, it's like he's just always put in uncomfortable situations by everyone. It doesn't matter if it's a woman, doesn't matter if it's a man. Like he's just always put in uncomfortable moments. Oh my goodness, it's hilarious. It's so funny. Like, oh my goodness, it's too real, man. It's too real, man. I feel for him, Like, he's just trying to have a normal life, and he's just getting all these moments of HR violations, Oh, my goodness. And what's funny? Phenomenon says that he called that making love a hug, and it's so funny because it's like, no, that is not what that is. It's called hugging someone, dude. Like, you don't know a lot of human thing. Like, that part was funny. Like,
and even said... Blazer even said it within episode 4 that Phenomenon Man is not really human; he's an alien, and it makes sense if you go get some of the dialogue that Mega Man is having with Robert, where Mega Man's like, I have a lot to learn about humans, or to know about humans."
Yeah,
because theoretically speaking, that's also what Blazer is.
Yeah, and it's so funny because after he tells him, like, hey, find a hobby, find something good at, he's like, thank you, and he says the line, I wish to make love to you again, and Robert's just like, hey, what? No, it's like, excuse me? Like, oh my goodness, like, it is hilarious, man. I love the comedy with this game.
And then he gives him a hug, and I'm like, that's not how you...
Yeah, that is a hug. That is not thing, dude, okay? Oh my goodness. And then I love this joke with Invisigal. She's like, man, I'm watching 20 minutes of trailers before the movie. By the time the movie starts, I'm going to forget what I'm watching. And I'm like, oh, that is so true. How many times do you go to a movie theater and you're seeing all the trailers and you have completely forgotten what movie you're here for? You're like, oh, like, I'm like, that is so real. Like, you know what I mean? That is just too real. And then obviously, yeah, it's like, hey, who do you want to be with? Dude, Robert got asked out by two very attractive women who have superpowers at the same time. either movie with Invisigal or dinner with Blonde Blazer, and it's like, and I love the moment where he's just like, oh wait a minute, like, because he gets a text from her, he smiles, and then just looks at the screen with Invisigal, and he's like, wait a minute, like I've just been asked out twice by two different women, and he's just like thinking like, oh, like I'm like, dang, like obviously I knew to go with Blonde Blazer as the choice because I feel like her and Robert are soulmates. With Invisigal, I feel like she's fun. She's fun. She's crazy, chaotic, and she feels like that high school crush of like, like having a good time kind of thing. But she doesn't strike me as the kind of girl that like to like maybe spend the rest of your life with kind of thing. Like I don't know. That's how I feel. So like yeah, like and to be fair, I did feel bad when she's like disappointed, like because she was kind of hoping that he would show up, he would come, and even you were struggling with the choice, which I'm like that's crazy. You got to do the coin flip,
Yeah.
Like I'm like wow, you really fell for Invisigal too, like. You really, from like episode 2 to 4, you're like, wow, this character actually grew on me, like, which is crazy. But I respect that, man. That's just crazy. Like, yeah, man. And also, like, I will mention this for Simba too. Okay, really quick, the Life is Strange games. Like, is it too much? Like, okay, like you guys, okay, Life is Strange 2 and 4. What were they thinking with those love interests, like, for those games? Because, like, oh my goodness, that was so bad. The love interest for Life
To
is
be
Strange
honest with you,
Go ahead.
I don't know. No, I was just gonna say, in terms of the love interest for like 2 and 4, I really don't know what they're thinking. Because you're already, I don't have to remind you, bro. They were pretty not all that good.
Yeah. Yeah. You have Cassidy, who, yes, she's a good person. She's a kind person, but she's 25. And Sean is 16. No. And then Finn, it's like, wait a minute, he's gay? And also, not just that, but he also manipulates your brother into committing a crime with him. So it's like, yeah, no, that's a big no, Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, no, those are huge reasons not to ever, pick him either. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, no, like, and then Life is Strange 4, as Max, you have your love interest with those two characters, and yeah, you could either have a bland bar girl, or that secretary guy who literally slept with your best friend, and just is selfish, doesn't care about things, he hides, like, you know what I mean? It's just like what is this? Like, you know what I mean? So, like, I will applaud the game for this. Like, hey, they made the love interests for Robert attractive. They're both attractive, and the audience is like, yeah, I like them both personality-wise. Blonde Blazer she's sweet, she's kind, and Invisigal is very spunky and very direct. It's like they made these characters.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, go ahead, Simba.
So in Before the Storm, you do have the option to romance Rachel as Chloe.
Yes, but Rachel is a very toxic person. I thought Chloe was toxic. Oof, Rachel too, man. Like, yeah, no, she's a toxic person. You know what I mean? Like, just no. Like, when are they gonna get it that well, first off, with love interest, you gotta make them age appropriate, and you gotta make sure they're not a toxic person. Like, it's not that hard, writers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, think about it, man. Invisigal literally punched Robert in the face, broke his nose, and 2 episodes later, he thinks about if he should go to a movie with her, and a large percentage of the audience go to the movies with her. Okay? Meanwhile, you have other games where it's like, yeah, no, these love interests are jokes. And then And I'm sorry, but you know what's crazy? We never got Bigby and Snow in The Wolf Among Us, but there was something about, I don't know why, but when Robert and Mandy kissed Blonde Blazer, I don't know why, but I kind of was like, this feels like a close second. We never got Bigby and Snow, but this feels like a close second. You know what I mean? Like, what did you guys think?
Right.
Because there's no.
I mean, Robert. I mean, to be fair, Robert does deserve someone that makes him happy, and whether that be Invisible or Blazer, I don't know. I mean, if somebody was to ask me, like, who do you think makes Robert more happy, Invisible or Blonde Blazer? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I would say Blonde Blazer, but then again, you know, Invisible does have that, you know, that mysterious side to her. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, at the moment, yes, Blonde Blazer, but then again, with Invisible, you still don't know much about her. So I don't know. 50-50, if you were to ask me.
Yeah, I have a feeling, to be fair, we don't even know a lot about Blonde Blazer either. Like, who are her parents? How'd she get the gem? What's her origin story? How did she become the manager of the SDN? Like, there are some things we didn't know about her. But to be fair, I think they'll do that in the next 2 episodes. You know what I mean? Like, really fleshing out the relationship of, like, yeah, Robert is dating one of them now, either Invisigal or Blonde Blazer, so that's gonna have to be addressed, you know what I mean, in the next episode or 2. But yeah, also Waterboy is throwing up on the windows and just wiping them like with a wiper. Like, oh my goodness. Like, yeah, see, that is why, yeah, like, if you picked him to be on the hero team, it's like, yeah, what were you thinking, man? Like, I'm kidding, obviously it's your choice, but you know, if you want, but yeah, it just doesn't seem right. Like, he really just seems like that goofball character in The Office. Like,
but then again, it might be true. But then again, if you choose Phenomena Man, they make, like, the Z team also make fun of him. Like, oh, because remember that line where Invisible was like, oh, no wonder Blonde Blazer dumped you. And it's like, I'm like, damn.
I know, you don't have to, like, add salt to the wound. Like, you know, he's got issues. We get it. But also, like, I found it so hilarious. I am so glad. Was I the only one, Simba, when Blonde Blazer took off her necklace, the gem, I thought we were going to get a Fiona Shrek moment where she looks different, like very different. Maybe she's an alien. Maybe she was using a glamour. She doesn't look like she does. You know what I mean? She looks completely different. But instead, she's shorter, 4 inches, less muscle, and she has brown hair. When I saw that, I was like, Robert, I'm like, are you serious? Like, you know, and it's just like, you know what I mean? She thought he was disappointed. It's like, no, you're more, like, where's the option to say you are literally more beautiful now than than before? Like, you know what I mean? Why would I be disappointed? Like, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's just, that's so crazy. Like, how Ad Hoc was like, yeah, you're attracted to Blonde Blazer, you pick her, let's make her more attractive. It's like,
right.
That's crazy. Go ahead.
If I was Robert, I would say straight up, why do you care about what I think? You're beautiful just the way you are.
Yeah, but that kiss choice, wow, that is definitely
beautiful.
The best. That is definitely the best kiss I've seen in a video game for characters, like, in a long time. Like, seeing 2 characters kiss in a video game, I don't know if I've ever seen one as good as that. I'm trying to think if it's.
It was beautiful.
Oh yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was great. It was great. So, yeah, she was just like, yes, I'm Mandy, and everyone is just like Blonde Blazer. Like, you know, they prefer the superhero her, not the real her, and it's like, yeah, like, Mandy, like, you got to know the real me. I think Robert is definitely interested in getting to know the real you. You know what I mean? Which is just so crazy.
Oh yeah.
I know, and just. Yeah, and when episode 5 starts, man, just remember to have that censor bar setting on, because we don't know how the next episode's gonna start, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. We'll have to see if they take the relationship slow, or if they, yeah, we have to see. But yeah, but yeah. Also, am I the only one who thought of Lady and the Tramp when she had the spaghetti table? Like, I'm like, are we getting? I'm like, this is so Lady and the Tramp. I don't know why. I just thought about that because she made on the outside this spaghetti dinner thing, with the plastic boxes and with the plastic cups for wine. She's got the muffin wraps, in the wrappers, the muffins and the wrappers. Like it was so sweet, that she did that. You know what I mean? She literally put in all this effort. Like, you know what I mean? Some people say that some people just don't want to be with Blonde Blazer, and it's like that's okay because, in my opinion, I just think Robert is happier with her. You know what I mean? I just feel like that's the case. So yeah, man, that's just wow. And some people are afraid though for Phenomena Man because what's gonna happen when it's like, oh yeah, you talked with him about moving on, accepting the breakup, and then literally 10 minutes later you get with his ex-girlfriend, and then some people are like, yeah, some people said that she literally picked you on the rebound, and I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Like, I think Robert is cool with being a rebound guy. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's cool with that. I mean, it's like, no, he's fine with that. I'm fine with that. I think he's fine with that. Like, And
True.
Yep. And I love how he even said it. I actually prefer brunettes. So I'm like, oh my goodness. I love this. I'm like, man, they make me identify as Robert so many times because I'm like, yes, same thing. It's like, don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I definitely identify with Robert on so many things. It's insane. Like I relate to the character of Robert in Dispatch so much. I'm like, wow, I can relate to you. I look at Robert. I'm like, I can relate to you, my dude. I can relate to you.
Right, exactly. Like that, they made a character you relate to like a lot, and I'm like, thank you. Like, that's crazy. All right, guys. So that's the end of Dispatch. By the way, Walker Dead, like I said, there is the teaser for episodes 5 and 6. You can watch after this. But yeah, man. So another 5 minutes maybe, and then I'm ending the stream. Ooh, yeah, no, a few more minutes. Yeah, a few more minutes to 5 minutes max, and I'm ending the stream. So yeah.
Okay, I wanted to ask you. So I did see the teasers for 5 and 6.
Okay,
so,
yeah, you did.
But I'm gonna go. But what did you think of the teasers for 5 and 6?
I'm concerned. The fact that the team is gonna try and figure out who Robert is, who his superhero alter ego is. I might be a little concerned. Because we don't know if Robert has a history with them. He has a history as Mecha Man with Flambe. So, yeah, there's that. So, yeah, like, what are the other heroes going to do if they found out he was Mecha Man, Because they don't know.
This is my theory. I think there could be an option where you can open up to the Z team, aka the Phoenix team, about your identity. Like, I think there could be a choice where you could tell the team you're Mega Man, or you can choose not to know them, like to lie or something like that.
Yeah, I could see that too. Hey Simba, you've been really quiet. Everything okay? We're ending the stream.
Yeah.
Do you have any last minute questions you want to ask me? They could be about anything, honestly, because I'm ending it like real soon.
So, in your personal opinion, like, why did you find Rachel Amber so toxic?
Let's see. Because when we meet her, she is like, "Hey, let's skip school together," and it's like, what? Like, as Chloe, I'm legit like, "Hey, no, I want to stay in school because my mom, Joyce, she puts up with Chloe, who is toxic already." And I don't need another student telling me, "Hey, let's skip school. Hey, let's go to the park. Hey, let's jump on this train." And, hey, let's go to the park. Hey, let's steal this couple's wine. Hey, let's get drunk. Hey, let's do this. Hey, I'm upset because my dad was kissing another woman. And then it's like, okay, yeah, you can be upset about it. And then, like, other things like, She caused a forest fire, a serious forest fire, mind you. This wasn't a small thing. No, no, this was massive forest fire. She showed no regret. I will admit, her taking the blame for what happened yesterday, that was some points there, but there were other things too. Like, hey, if she was kicked off the play, then I think she drugs that girl from the first game. What was her name again? The really spoiled snobby girl that bullied Max. But yeah, it's like I think she drugged her. Victoria, yes, thank you. Yeah, she drugs Victoria, I think. If Rachel's kicked out of the play, and it's like, what the heck is wrong with you? And then she flips out on her family, and she also wants to, like, I get it, you called your dad out on kissing another woman, but still, like, it's like, chill, like, you know, she even agreed, like, yeah, I'm not gonna make a mess out of, I'm not gonna go crazy. And then she also was like, hey, I want to find my find my real mom, and no, let's run away. I have nothing for me here. And it's like, wait a minute, what about your mom? Like, and then she gets herself stabbed, and it's like, she was going crazy on that guy, not Frank's boss, whatever his name was. And it's like, I'm just like, what is this character doing? I'm like, I can't stand this character. So yeah, that was my problem with Rachel. All right, man. All right, guys. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you think she deserved the fate that befell her in Life Strange 1, though?
No, I don't think a person really deserves that fate unless they are absolutely like a horrible, horrible person. Now, Rachel was toxic, but she was not a monster. She was just really toxic. But yeah, so that's my answer. All right, Walker Dead, any last minute questions you want to ask me? I'm going to be ending the stream any minute now. So, yeah, ask away. All right.
I want to ask you, so what are your final, like, if you have, like, any predictions or final predictions for episodes 5 and 6, what are they?
I feel like Robert is going to be on Cloud 9 with Blonde Blazer for a little bit, and then it's going to pick up where Shroud makes his move. Maybe he like makes himself more direct and he wants to Astro Pulse. Maybe he kidnaps Blonde Blazer or Invisigal, one of them, and is like, I'll kill them if you don't bring me the Astro Pulse. And then we have to find it, and then we have to like and then something happens at the end of episode 6 that like Robert's like, yeah, I got to get my suit ready, you know, or something like that. I could see something like that, you know, where like something big happens where Robert is on a time crunch and he needs to get the Astro Pulse before something happens, you know. I could see something like that.
Right. You know? And then my second.
Go ahead.
Permanent choice where a character could die if you don't make a certain choice. How would you feel about that?
I could see that. I could see that. Maybe some members of the team, but I could also see something big where it's like, hey, you have to pick between, you have to make a choice that will save either Invisigal or Blonde Blazer, or you have to sacrifice a suit. I could see that, but not in episode 5 and 6. I could see that more in the finale, you know what I mean? Where it's like Robert needs to make a decision where he might need to sacrifice being a hero forever, or save the person he didn't romance, or save the person he did romance. I don't know. You know what I mean? I could see that.
And then of course, if
and then Shroud.
I mean, it's not confirmed.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask you, like, if Felipe betrays the Z team or betrays Robert, how would you feel about that?
Yeah, I would be very pissed off with him.
That'd be insane.
I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised. I'll be like, wow. I would just be like a little shocked, like, wow, you betrayed your team just to try and get back at Mega Man or Robert.
Yeah, I feel like he's more of a joke character, though. I don't feel like he's gonna really do that, though. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I know what you mean. I just wouldn't be surprised considering because remember during episode 2, during that dispatch, he put some people in jeopardy and didn't really care. He had no remorse.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. All right, guys. Any last questions for each of you? Is that good? You guys good with that?
Sure.
All right. Last question for each of you. Shoot. Simba first.
So, do you see Dispatch getting a season 2, or do you think it's going to be a one and done?
I'm 50-50. I think they should do a second season, but I don't know how they're gonna do it because I could see a choice at the end of the game where it's like, hey, sacrifice mecha suit forever, or sacrifice your love interest, and it's like, yeah, there's no contest. But if you sacrifice the Mecha Man suit forever, it's like, yeah, like Robert says, like I can't rebuild it now. Like I lost the schematics. I lost every piece is gone now. It's all gone. Like I can never rebuild it. You know what I mean? So I could see something like that, where it's like a big cost, you know. But hey, losing that piece of suit is better than losing her, man. I mean, come on, look at her, man. She's drop dead gorgeous, you know. I mean, come on, like it's not.
And honestly, I just wanted to give a quick.
Yeah, really
I wanted to give a quick message. I wanted to give a quick message to Telltale, and that's screw you for doing what you did to the Wolf Among Us, and go Dispatch for the Dispatch devs for creating an interesting and unique game. And yeah, screw you, Telltale.
Same, man. Totally agree with that. Absolutely, man. All right, Walker Dead, your turn. Last question.
And then my final question is: if there was a choice, like say sacrifice the Mega Man suit, or if the choice was something on the lines of become Mega Man again, or continue your job as a dispatcher, like how would you feel if that was like one of the final choices of the game?
I feel like, I mean, I guess, but still, it's like, I don't know. I kind of expected something more, but you know, I could see something like that where it's like, hey, choose between Dispatch or being Mecha Man again. But I don't see why Robert would choose to be Dispatch if the Mecha Man suit is built, because it kind of feels like that would just have been pointless. So yeah, I feel like they're gonna do something. You know what I mean? I feel like they're gonna do something where it's like, yes, because if Robert just chooses to be the Dispatch forever, it's like, well, then why did you do the suit, man? Like, what was the whole point of that whole thing? So I feel like they're not going to do that, though. I feel like they're going to do something, but I just don't know what yet. You know what I mean? With that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. I got to go now. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a blessed night. Thank you so much for talking on my Dispatch stream. And trust me, guys, we are going to do this. I might do this next week after episode 5 and 6, and maybe I'll do this after episode 5 and 6, and then do one for episode 7 and 8. You know, maybe I'll do 3 Dispatch streams. You know, 2 seems a bit short. I might do 3. You know, so yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for my stream. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
Hey.
All right, guys, have a good night. Bye.